mains, because you have written 3 mains. You have gotten good score. One of them I remember you got 102 in GS paper 2.
101 in GS.
101 in GS paper 2 that
Yes.
you that I knew. So and you scored well in ethics as well, and your understanding,
Yeah.
although it did not translate as much as
Yes.
in the paper, but
Yes.
we knew that you are going to score really well.
Hope so
So
this
I
time.
we hoped, and this time I think you will. But how did you manage to score? Because crossing 100 is always a difficult task in any GS subject.
Yes. Yes.
So how did you prepare for your GS along with your optional, and how much weightage did you give to GS and for optional?
Okay, so my main focus used to be on anthropology, because
Okay.
because here you can easily increase your marks, because I know few friends of mine who got 220 marks and they are out of list. So anthropology or like optional marks really matters a lot. So if someone is preparing, like I feel that this period till Feb, one can easily prepare his anthropology. He or she can devote at least 50 to 60% time to anthropology or optional, and then rest time to the GS, because in GS when we do this prelims and prelims preparation, there also you study history, geography. This is nothing but preparing for GS also. So for me, my main time, like my most of the time goes to anthropology, say 60%, and then 40% for GS. And for GS2, what I did, I always try to start my answer with article, constitutional article
In GS2.
in GS2. And for IR, I always used to make maps. So, and for society, you can easily use SDG goal number to make your answer more good. And any committee, for example, this time there was a question on disability. So I used Incheon declaration, which India has signed. So I know many of my friends, they did not write it. So some there for a few topics, there are few few specific points which you can write, and you can fetch good marks over there. So this was my main strategy, that how to make my answer which should be stand apart among all.
So ma'am, again you talked about how you dealt with GS2. Can you say something about like this year's paper for GS4 was a little lengthy? And any comments from your side, like how to attempt something as random and as lengthy and as unpredictable as GS paper 4 of this year? And this might be the case with some other paper next year. So how to deal with it?
Okay, so paper was so lengthy. I can tell you guys, it was very lengthy. So what I did last year, I did case studies first. So this time I did a theory part first. So I try to finish it in 1.5 hour, but I could not make it at that time, because I thought I will write very good theory section, and I hope I read that much good that marks will tell. But and then it took me around 2 hours. So this I somehow mismanaged.
No, you didn't mismanage actually, because like people like me and others were also like writing mains, and we were also thinking in the same way, because the planning got basically bamboozled. Everybody got.
And in question number 5, I was like three papers, like there were 2 marks and 5 questions were there, 5 subparts were there. I was like 3 papers. It was very
so it was playing with the mind.
Yes.
So so you can see that even the toppers get confused, and it gets difficult for them. Somebody who's already like confident about she has got a rank, now she is improving, still she was not able to manage and finish the paper on time. So this can happen to anybody. So if you have not completed your GS4, and many of the people have not, so don't worry about it. You had to write faster, like bad answers, but
to add on that, but I was able to finish my paper.
But you so I was saying this because a lot of people they were not able to, even you finished, but you were not able to devote as much of time as you should have. So somehow but see, this is another point, that she was able to finish it still. So these 2 points are really good for somebody who is in writing, who has written mains now. So Dr. Neha, one thing which is important, after writing mains this year, for example, 25th of September, the mains got over, and there are a few questions that I ask on the portal all the time, that what should somebody be doing after like 25th of September to the time when the result comes?
Okay, so again, I would say please focus on your PYQs for GS as well. So if you can like write answers from 2013 till 2022, and if you are aiming for 2023, so you can easily get 50% questions from PYQs. This year also it was not different. So you have to do PYQs. So this is like,
so
I
you are suggesting PYQs with respect to the GS mains part as well as optional part.
Yes.
And they should be focusing before the interview on basically building their knowledge and their ability to score more in the mains paper particularly.
Yeah, if even this will help you in interview as well. When I faced my last interview, they asked me question on corruption. So it is our syllabus part,
right?
Ethics part. So, and they also asked me about biotechnology, virus, how virus is mutating. So again, it will help you in your interview as well.
So that you suggest. So Neha, how do you? One more question is that it is related to your experience. So you had a long journey.
Yes.
You are already a PhD. So when did you decide that you will be preparing for civil service, and like after being enrolled into PhD, doing PhD in biotechnology, if I can, life sciences. So and then so you decide. There are many people who must be basically deciding whether to go for UPSC along with academics, and what would you suggest?
Okay, for me actually turning point was I went to Scotland for my research work. So over there I realized that okay, I'm not for this field. So after finishing my PhD only, I started my preparation for UPSC. So it is actually depends on person to person how you want to continue. Like with academics also, there are very good examples who have qualified and without doing anything extra, they are like, I just left all those things and I started wholeheartedly for UPSC.
So now, like after completing your PhD, there must have been low moments because like you must have thought that you would have cleared it way before, but it takes time sometimes. The best of us fail, the best of us rise up. So how did you manage your your health, your well-being, your calm state of mind, or were you not able to do it? And like what would you suggest to somebody who is struggling to basically stuck in the cycle? Yeah, so I would say you should keep, like you should tell your family, like you are, like it should be, your family should be very supportive. In my case, my family, my brother, my mother, they were really my strong pillars and they supported me throughout my journey. I can tell you my one instance. I qualified UPPCS Prelims 2019 and mains was around 22nd of September and it was about to finish on 26th of September. So I took a risk and I thought that I will skip this mains and I actually skipped that mains, UPPCS mains. And then I thought I will clear prelims, 2020 prelims, and it was on 4th of October. 4th of October. Yeah, because of Corona it got postponed. So I thought, okay, this time I will clear prelims and I knew that I am ready with the mains part and I will get call. So I skipped that mains and then that time CSET was, you know, as you guys know, it is getting tougher and tougher. So for me, it was, I could not qualify prelims. So that was the lowest point throughout this journey. And at that time, it was my family and my friends who, and I used to talk to my friends about my low point sometimes, but I could not, I did not isolate myself. So I would suggest, please talk to you, whatever you are thinking, whatever you are feeling, please talk to your friends, family, whoever you want who you are comfortable with. And then I again wrote fourth. That was my third prelims. Then in fourth prelims, by God grace, I qualified prelims and then mains and then interview. So this particular the way you described about your journey brings me to the point of CSAT. Yes. So you are an example of somebody failing at CSAT after writing mains and then basically qualifying it in the mains, in the prelims, where it was actually equally difficult. So did you like prepare for it? You are a person of science as well, so you must have felt way bad. No, actually I did my math last time, it was in my 10th class. Okay, so I took biology. Yeah, so for me, so what I did after that, during my I did not genuinely I did not devote so much time for CSAT again. But what I did
for 2 months I started solving previous year question. Again, I will suggest
so
you,
your
please
story is
solve
basically the previous year questions with Neha Goyal.
Yes. So please solve PYQs of CSET as well. So I again tried, I solved from 2011 or 2013, I solved all the PYQs, and then I somehow, this time also in the fourth attempt and the fifth attempt, I qualified CSET. So
twice you qualified CSET. Yes. After failing once.
After failing
and
once.
That was also because of PYQs. So
Yes.
you guys understand this now, that PYQs are going to come for your rescue. Yes. Whenever you feel low, go for the PYQs, solve them, and you will be able to qualify and get out with flying colors. So this was a long interview. Thank you, Neha, and for giving time to us. And it was our pleasure that you could basically bring your views in front of the viewers. I am Vikas Dhayal. This was Neha Goyal, Dr. Neha Goyal, rank 476 CSE 2021.
Bye guys. Thank you. Thank you, Vikas.